Hello and welcome to Thuy and Edith Argue. I'm Edith.
You were going to say I'm
I
Thuy.
was going to say I'm Thuy, but obviously I'm not. I'm me, which
Thank
is E.
goodness.
I'm Edith. That's Thuy.
If you came home to Daniel and you said, I'm Thuy, he'd be like,
He would be like, yes, I know.
get out of my bed. That's what he would say.
He would never kick me out of his bed. You know this, right?
Let's do a social experiment.
Okay.
Do it. He would kick you out so fast, you wouldn't even know what hit you.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
You'd be going to the divorce lawyers, sweetie. That's what would be happening. You'd be getting a divorce.
Welcome to Tea Time. It stands for Thuy and Edith Argue. I'm Thuy.
And I'm Edith. Or E, for short.
So before we started today, I wanted to show you this. I think I might have told you about it, but this is just a little bit of a callback. A few episodes ago, or maybe even last season, I had mentioned that a fan, a very, very avid fan, more Thuy than E, gave us a present.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and she said if we ever wanted to incorporate it into the show, she gave us this nice little mug. Says good egg and bad egg. She says if I were to ever drink out of it,
You'd be pointing it towards what it is for me, which is good egg, and
No.
pointing to you, bad egg.
no.
So I'm a good egg, and you're a bad egg.
And then when you drink out of it, you would have to drink out of it like
that
this.
way, because then the bad's facing you and the good's facing me, so it would be exactly the same. I'm the good egg, you're the bad egg.
No.
Beg to differ.
Anyways, thank you.
That's a nice mug.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's huge.
My mum would love that mug.
But
She drinks
this
pints of tea.
this is pints of tea
My mum drinks a lot of tea.
because she thinks it's
Out of
beer.
Big, huge, like soup bowls.
Okay, I'll
One
send her
cup's
some
nearly as
tea.
big as her head.
I'll send her some tea. But we
No.
wanted to do a shout out to Jackie.
Shout out, Jackie. Thank you for the gift. It's awesome.
We take gifts, presents, and bribes of all kinds. We
Well.
don't discourage it.
We don't. So what we're going to chat about today? Can you guess? Can you guess?
Look at how atrocious her outfit is,
Right,
ladies and
outfit.
gentlemen.
It's spectacular.
Regardless of even the eagle's head all over it, just the actual colors, it's not it's not that flattering for a woman.
Black. Are you saying black's not flattering?
With
Did you look in the mirror today?
yeah, but with the stripes of, what is that? Is it green? Is it blue?
Does it? What do you mean?
It's like an
Is it green?
aquamarine.
Is it blue?
What is it?
Eagles it's green, baby, green. Have
That's
you
a
seen
weird green.
what's weird about it?
That's not
It's
forest
like a
green.
forest green.
No, it's not. It's like an aquamarine.
No, it's not. Have you seen Miami Dolphins?
I'm not a fan of theirs either.
They must have played the Patriots at one point or another.
Not that I have a lifelong, I mean, they're my team because I'm from there, but it's not like I have this live or die, whatever. But my team is the Patriots because I'm from Boston. Guess what? Americana, red, white, and blue. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Great selection. Looks great on everybody, too.
All right.
Look at that hat. What is up?
So this hat I purchased when we were traveling to...
You spent too much money.
I didn't spend next to anything. It was at a gas station. Like
If it
some
was
guy
free, it was too
outside.
much.
It was for a veteran. It was Veterans Day, and they had lots of different... They had the Patriots, they had the Giants, they had the Dolphins. No, they didn't have the Giants because we got Tony's son, Ryan, Dolphins hat. Ryan, Tony couldn't get a Giants hat, so we just got Eagles. And it were only a few bucks, like $20, nothing at all.
Because they're rip-offs. They're not the actual endorsed by the NFL hats, right?
No, they're not. We were just supporting the veterans
Wow.
that made them.
Wow.
It's got my emblem on, and I will accept it.
I'm a fan
once
of veterans,
again.
but that's still stealing. Come on, you can't be doing that
Stealing
to
what?
make a quick buck.
Stealing what?
You're selling logos and stuff.
People do it all the time.
Doesn't
Didn't
make
you
it right.
Me some coasters.
It doesn't make it right.
What was it? We had Stella Artois.
Yeah, probably Guinness.
We had I didn't have any Guinness, but
okay.
I did have some cider.
You want to know the difference? I didn't sell it to you. I gave it to you as a craft that I made. That's the difference. We can argue some more, Edith.
We can, but let's talk about other things right now as opposed to where I purchased my attire.
Trying to tell me I'm stealing stuff. Give me a break. I'm legit.
You are legit.
She's
legit.
to quit.
She's legit. She needs to quit.
Dang. So, yeah, what are we talking about today, Edith? If you don't want to argue about that anymore.
Oh, yeah. Today we're going to talk about...
Your attire.
My attire. My attire and the game that will have played yesterday.
By the time this will air, then it'll already be over. But today is a week before the actual Super Bowl, and I predict, and I have money on it with Edith, that the Chiefs are going to win over the Eagles. By the time this airs, it'll be after the fact, and Edith will have already given me $50.
Untrue. I will be collecting 40 from you. I'll be collecting $40 from you. I think I'm going to collect $50 from Dylan. I'll be collecting $20 from James Bailey. I'm going to be rich.
You're going to be so poor, dishing out all your money. You're going to have to work some extra shifts.
Well, I predict the Eagles are going to take them down. I know they met a couple of years ago in the Super Bowl. Half of the Eagles were out.
Oh, really?
Let's just say that.
Okay.
They were all injured, so they
this
weren't
was
at the
2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years ago.
Mhm.
Yep.
I love that it's a
Bowl
rematch.
57.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So before you make excuses and whatever for your Eagles, just a disclaimer here. I'm not necessarily, again, a Chiefs fan. I just am a fan of whatever's going up against Edith.
She's a loser.
I am,
And we'll
by
all
default,
see this next week.
by default, I have to be a Patriots fan because I'm from there, right? You got to support where you're from. But also, I'm a Bucks fan. I'm a Bucks fan because that's the local team, and we live here in Tampa Bay, Florida.
So if we're talking like that, then yeah, my first team would be the Eagles.
Yeah,
And then
that's
it
where
would
you're
be
from.
the Bucks. I would support the Bucks
Sure.
also. That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, do you know when the first Super Bowl, what year it was, when it was first celebrated? I say celebrated.
1967.
How'd you know that?
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm a good guesser.
Did you look it up? Oh, wait, you did the math. You figured, okay, this is Super Bowl 59. Wow, you can do math in your head?
Well, if this is Super Bowl 59.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do the math.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But,
that was
yeah.
a guess.
1967.
I gave you too much credit. That was a guess. Do you know,
1967.
do you know where it was and who was in it?
I believe it was the Green Bay Packers. And yeah, the other team is lost on me. The Packers.
The one I had my money on.
Was it Kansas City also?
Yep.
Kansas City and the Packers.
Mm-hmm. Who
Yeah.
won?
Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the score?
38-10.
Close. It was 35-10.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you know this?
I'm a good guesser.
Whatever. Whatever. Where did the first Super Bowl take place?
I'm going to say in Arizona.
That's close. It's out west. It was in LA.
LA.
Yeah. Wow.
LA. I'm an all right guesser.
All right. So yeah, the Packers won. It was 35-10, and then Green Bay would go on to win the next Super Bowl again. So the second year
Yep. They won it
against
twice.
the Oakland Raiders.
Was it against the Raiders?
Yeah, the second year.
Or
But-
was it just Oakland? They weren't called the Raiders, whether it was just Oakland
Back
back then.
I don't know about back then, but when I was looking up stuff, it said Oakland Raiders. That's how they had phrased it.
So the team you've got your money on was not
Was in a
established until 30 years after the team I've got my money on.
Oh, really?
Really?
Well, you can say that, but for the last
No, I did say that.
but for the
Yeah,
last 2 years,
That's what I said.
who's been the Super Bowl reigning champs? This will actually
Yeah.
when this airs, they will have won and been the only team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
You're mistaken.
No other
sweetie.
team has done that.
You're
Twice,
mistaken.
yes, but when this airs,
Yeah, they're just going to be like the other team that got 2 in a row.
Making
like
history.
Green Bay Packers.
making
the very
history.
First 1 and 2. They're going to be doing it for 57 and 58 because they're not winning 59.
Collecting money from Edith.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend it on maybe something she likes, like maybe
Shellfish.
maybe some Riesling, maybe some kind of cider, and then I'll drink it in front of her face and not offer her any. That's what I'll do with your money.
Fine. That's fine. I was going to tell you that I did go to the store and I saw your favorite beverage on sale. So I got myself 2 bottles of it, thinking maybe I'll invite Thuy over, and when
For
she
the
comes
Super
over,
Bowl.
she'll be able to have her favorite drink. But you know what? You know what, Thuy? You know.
What are you going to do with those 2 bottles? You
I'm
can't
gonna
drink it.
them.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
by
drink 'em to
yourself.
myself. I'm going to call you. I'm going to let you know I'm drinking, and then I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to send it to you, and you're going to see me drinking it.
Why don't you tell the fans what I drink so that maybe, you know,
Thuy drinks
they can send
Remy.
so that they can send some gifts.
Remy Martin. That's Thwy's posh drink.
VSOP or above.
Oh,
Posh. I don't do it to be posh. It happens to be posh,
it's so sweet.
but I drank it since I was 12. So
Lush. Total lush. She's drank it since she was 12.
if it's too sweet, then why do you drink it? Why
I
do you
haven't
want
drank any of them
it? You
yet.
said you're going to drink all of it.
Oh, but I'm probably going to. I might just have a little, like a little thimbleful. Just a little thimbleful. That water, like in the olden days, you'd have your little
Every
night
minute.
cap.
Yeah, every minute.
Or 3. It is a little sweet.
Super Bowl 59. This is Super Bowl 59. Do you know where it's held this year?
New Orleans.
Where you were just visiting.
Yeah.
What's the name of that venue?
Stadium?
Yeah.
I'll pass. I can't guess that.
Caesars Superdome.
Caesars?
Yeah.
There were a lot of Caesars places around there when I were down there.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. Okay then. So yeah, it's going to be held in New Orleans, and it's called Caesars what? Caesars Arena?
Superdome.
Caesars Superdome. I knew it was Superdome. Because of the floods, everybody went to the Superdome.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a
Katrina.
What do you call it? Yeah. What do you call it? A
Shelter?
Shelter. That's it.
Do you know why it's called the Super Bowl? Like, why that term?
Because it's the biggest event. Super. It's the super game.
That would explain the super part. Why bowl?
Because
She's guessing.
Yeah, I told you I'm a good guesser.
Okay, because why?
Because dish was already used.
I don't know why he has a significant, prominent, like...
When you say he, who's he?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell the story. See,
speed it up a little so we can all keep up.
Chiefs owner Lamar Hunt, he referred to the game as the Super Bowl because he thought of that name due to a toy that his children were playing with at the time.
The Super Bowl toy.
But why?
Change it to ball as
But-
opposed to ball.
No, he said it was a bowl. Maybe like the kids were playing bowling or whatever, you know? But I don't know why he, like his word had so much weight. Because why the Kansas City Chiefs owner? Why not like the commissioner of the NFL, or like he name it, or take a poll from the people? Like why him? Like why does he get to name what the game is going to be called? I don't know.
What's his name?
Lamar Hunt.
Lamar.
But he was the Chiefs owner at the time.
Back in the 60s when the first Super Bowl
I guess
occurred.
so. Yeah.
Maybe because his team were in it. Maybe they just went to him first. I don't know.
I guess.
But I think when he named it, he did say, "Hey, you can change it. It don't have to stick as this, but how about this?"
Right. Okay.
And it just stuck.
Maybe.
Like
we don't know.
Glue.
So do you
know? Because they
know?
were too lazy to change it to something else.
Because they were already referring it as the
And
Super
do you
Bowl.
know that nobody can use that name? They can't say Super Bowl. They can't use the word Super Bowl if they're having any kind of event.
Really?
They can't call it Super Bowl.
So even if I was in a bowling league
Mm-hmm.
and we were having a tournament, and I were to say, you know what, this one that I'm about to bowl, it's going to be the best one of them all, and I'm going to call it the Super Bowl.
You would be sued.
Okay,
And
I
they
didn't
would
know.
take all your money and the little pathetic trophy that you just got for the Super Bowl that you just bowled.
Okay, I didn't know that it was like trademark, that
Yeah.
term.
Yes, it is.
That's dumb.
Well,
Or what if I was a carpenter and I whittled, I did a whole entire tree trunk and I made it into a bowl, and it's the size of Saturn. I can call it the Super Bowl.
the size of Saturn.
I had to think of something big. I could have said Uranus. That's big. Do you know why it's called the Vince Lombardi Trophy? That's what they win. That's what the winner is presented with when the Chiefs win the Super Bowl on Sunday.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy. Was he like wanted his team, the Green Bay Packers, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, that won it first, so it's his trophy.
That's kind of exactly why. If you were kind of deducing.
See, I'm such a good guesser.
How did you know that he was a coach for the Green Bay Packers?
Vince Lombardi. If you don't know that, then you don't know football. Did you not know that?
I vaguely knew something like that.
So you didn't know it, so you don't know football. That's
Because-
why you're going to be paying me next week.
Because he led the Green Bay Packers to their first 2 victories in the Super Bowl. When he died in 1970, the NFL named that trophy after him.
That's nice.
I don't know what they called it before.
Super Bowl trophy.
Yeah. But they
was
named
the
that.
Super Bowl trophy. Well, that's awesome. That's sweet.
Oh, here's another thing attributed to that Kansas City owner, Lamar Hunt. He got to call it the Super Bowl, right? He got to name it,
Right?
which is huge. I wonder if
Okay.
he has any royalties with that because of trademark. But anyways, for some reason also, they went with his suggestion on using Roman numerals for the Super Bowl to indicate which Super Bowl it is. Why? I have no idea. I don't know if he was just this advocate on bringing Roman numerals back, but when has there ever been any other time in your life that you've used Roman numerals? I had to learn it in grade school.
Me too.
Right. But it was his suggestion that they use Roman numerals for the Super Bowls. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And here's another interesting thing. Since 1971, the only Super Bowl not to feature Roman numerals is Super Bowl number.
Let's see. It would be number. Well, they're all Roman numerals, so.
Right. But there was one, for some reason, I don't know why, but there was one year where it was not designated as a Roman numeral.
I'm going to say 17.
Why?
I don't know.
That's random.
I know.
You're a bad guesser.
Oh.
It was Super Bowl 50.
So
For
we
some-
just said 5-0.
Yeah, it said Super Bowl 50, and I don't know if it's because they didn't want to use the L
They didn't know that it was the L.
for Super Bowl
'Cause they
large,
didn't have to learn it in grade school.
or maybe it means loser. I don't know, but for that Super Bowl that year, they just called it Super Bowl 50. But since that wasn't like, I guess that suggestion wasn't taken into account until 1971, so they retroactively, because it was in 67, the first Super Bowl, so they had to retroactively, whenever they referred to the other Super Bowls, the first 4 ones, then they changed it to reflect the Roman numerals, like Super Bowl 1 and then 2, Roman numeral 3, retroactively. That's a little silly. Right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
Roman numerals, and we're going to keep going until kids learn.
Roman
Yes.
numerals.
Yes.
Do they not teach it in school anymore?
I don't
Didn't
think
Ashley
so.
have to learn Roman numerals?
I don't think so.
But does Ashley know Roman numerals?
Does she know what?
Roman numerals.
I don't know. I'll have to ask her. And also, they don't teach cursive anymore. We're going off the subject here, but things that kids don't learn in school anymore. How to balance a checkbook. How to address a letter. I know that because she didn't know where to write her address, the return address, and where to write the person's address.
Do all of
I was
that
like,
in
wow.
school.
Yeah.
But now you don't need to. Well,
How to write a check. They don't know how to do that. They don't know I don't think they teach about dinosaurs anymore. They probably think they're obsolete. And there's no use in learning about dinosaurs. So Roman numerals. We should get away with fractions because we have decimals. Who cares about fractions?
I liked fractions.
Of course you do.
That were one of my... You didn't like fractions? Being Asian and all that?
Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I like math, Edith.
You don't like math?
Actually, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. I did well in it, but I had to struggle to do well. I was actually
no.
more of like language
Not
arts.
me. I didn't struggle with math. Came easy. You'd think I were Asian. It was so easy for me.
You want to be Asian. Edith, which 2 teams have tied for the most Super Bowl wins?
Let's see. Which 2?
You say you love football and
Are
you
they
know
AFC
football.
or NFC? One's one of each, right? There's one of each.
I think they're both AFC.
Both AFC?
Yeah. One of them, you'll be really, really disappointed to learn.
Kansas or Boston?
New England Patriots. They're one of them.
I knew they would be.
And
Because they had Mr. Brady for a long time.
They did. Their most Super Bowl wins is 6, but they tie with another team. Who is it?
Which one is...
Come on.
Let's see. I'm going to say... Have we mentioned them today? We spoke about them at all today?
Not yet. It's Mr. Johnny Hobbs' favorite team. Let's see how much you know Johnny Hobbs.
I don't know him at all.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers.
Yes.
They were a
Now-
good team.
Now, the teams that have come in second with 5 wins apiece is the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay. They've won 5 Super Bowls.
Right. But the Patriots and the
won-
Steelers have
won
won 6.
6.
Yep.
How many has Kansas City won? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my
Is it
head.
5? No, they've been there 6 times, right? They've been there 6 times.
Let me look it up.
And I think... Yeah,
They've
been
won
there-
at 4.
They've won 4. They've been there 6 times, though, right?
I'm not sure about appearances. Hey, name a few teams that have yet to win a Super Bowl.
That have never won a Super Bowl.
That have never won a Super Bowl.
Do you want me to go in alphabetical order?
Why? You know them in alphabetical order?
Arizona Cardinals.
Wow, yes.
Let's see. Cincinnati Bengals.
They're one of them.
Um,
Wow, okay. You do know a little bit of football here.
Panthers.
Yes. So there's 12. You name 3. I'll be surprised if you can name me like 3 more. Name half.
Okay. Let me see.
Then I'll tell you.
Texans.
Well, yes, correct. They're fairly
Houston
new.
Texans.
Yep. So you name 4.
Um,
Give me 2 more.
I've never won a Super Bowl.
And then I'll tell our viewers the other 6 that you didn't name. And all this dead silence will be edited, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's going to take me too long to guess anymore.
Really? No guesses?
Lions.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
One more.
Yep.
Let's see.
She said Cardinals, Panthers, Bengals, Lions, Texans. Name me one more.
Jets.
No.
Jets have won. All right, go on then.
Cardinals.
Right, I said
Atlanta Falcons.
I didn't say Falcons.
This one's an obvious one. Buffalo Bills.
They've never won.
Correct.
Oh,
but
that's sad.
But they've gone there.
A few times.
Lost every time. Carolina Panthers, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Los Angeles Chargers, Minnesota Vikings, and the Tennessee Titans. Now, of those 12, the ones who have yet to even make an appearance to the Super Bowl are the Browns, Lions, Texans, and Jaguars. Never even an appearance.
The Lions nearly did it this year. They came so close.
Yeah. Yep. I do like rooting for the underdog. So, it's always like a nice kind of...
They came so close.
Yeah. Who has the most Super Bowl MVP awards? He had 5.
He had 5?
Mm-hmm. The most Super Bowl MVP awards.
O.J. Simpson.
My guy. Not that he's my guy, but...
Mahomes.
Tom Brady.
Oh, I don't know which your guy is because you just keep jumping around, Kansas City, Boston.
Kansas City's not my team. But when you mentioned Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Montana have both won 3. They tied with 3. Very nice, Edith.
Very nice.
Well, just your general... I'm actually very surprised.
Have you got any info about the Eagles?
No, why don't you tell me some?
I was waiting for you to come to me with all these questions of the Eagles.
Oh, and try to quiz you?
Yeah.
Tell me some trivia about the Eagles, Edith. Why? First of all, why do you like them so much? I know you live there, but doesn't mean you have to you're like a diehard fan.
Watching football, my husband said to me, "Do you watch football?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, you got to pick a team." I said, "Okay, who are the teams?" And first, obviously, it was the New England Patriots because I'm from England, so I take New England Patriots because England's in the name.
But we're rebels.
And he said...
But we're the rebels, though.
Said,
we are the
no.
New England.
He said, "No, you cannot pick them. You live in Philadelphia." I said, "Oh, okay, so should I pick a team or are you going to tell me who I'm picking?" He said, "You're an Eagles fan."
Okay.
And that was that.
He just stated it.
Yep.
Do you know what was the first Super Bowl appearance for the Eagles?
The first. How many appearances have they had? 5?
That I don't know, but this is the question I'm asking you: when was their first one?
When was their first appearance in the Super Bowl?
Come on.
1978.
No, but that's pretty close. It was Super Bowl 15, 1980.
1980.
Yep. The Eagles played the Oakland Raiders in Louisiana.
Who won? Oakland?
I don't know. It doesn't say that.
You don't know. Eagles won then.
Who set an Eagle single game rushing record with 205 yards in a single game for the Eagles?
Is that we're talking this year?
No, it's just in
Random?
general, yeah.
In a single game, I'm going to say Saquon, but it's probably not him.
Someone by the name of Steve Van Buren. He ran for the Eagles against Pittsburgh on November 11th, 1949?
November 11th, close to my birthday.
We know. It's close to my anniversary.
Oh, you've always got a one-up me, Thuy.
What was the Philadelphia Eagles' first season in the NFL? You said this. You said that they started like 30 years earlier than like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
So when was their first season?
1933.
Yeah, good. Wow. Good guess.
Thank you.
Because you looked at me all uncertain, like. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Eagles. Anything else?
Well, not so much the Eagles as opposed to the Eagles coaches. Like
Okay.
Andy Reid, he's the most winningest coach.
Winningness?
For both, that's what they call him. Yep. For both.
Winningness?
Yeah, winningest.
That's not the word.
That's the word.
That's not even
Look
a
it-
word.
Look it up. He is for both Kansas City and Philadelphia Eagles.
What else?
What else?
Yeah.
I love Andy Reid.
Why?
I don't know. I think it goes back to when McNabb was the quarterback for the Eagles. Andy Reid was just like he was a fun guy. He was fun to watch. He was fun to see on TV. I think it goes back to the chunky soups with McNabb.
Chunky suits. Well, here's something that I always think was interesting is which team was the first one to win a Super Bowl at their home stadium? I don't want to say this is like common knowledge, but kind of like, because I knew it and I'm not really like a huge football person.
You knew it, did
Yeah,
you?
I did. Once you know the answer, you'll be like, oh, okay.
At their home stadium.
Yep. Who became the first team to play and win a Super Bowl in their home stadium? They were the third to play in their like home area. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They were the third to play in their home area, but they were the first to actually like win it. So they played in their home area, but then they were first to actually like win the Super Bowl, like go all the way. Seriously?
Yeah, I know.
It was the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Really?
Yeah. It was the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Los Angeles Rams did it in 1979, but they didn't win. They played in their home stadium at the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then the 84 San Francisco 49ers played in their home stadium, but also didn't win. So Tampa Bay won it fairly recently. It was the year 2020. So whatever Super Bowl that it was.
4 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago,
55.
right?
55. It's 59 now, right? This is 59.
Yeah. See, you can't do math. You said you're good at math.
And was that bad math?
Yeah, it's 54.
Right. What did I say?
You said 59? 59 is this year.
That's what I said.
Minus 5.
So it would be 54 because it's 59 this year.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. I'll have to go back and listen.
That's what I said.
I'll have to go back and listen to the tapes.
But I believe that's what I said.
I'll go back and listen to the tapes. Which team is the only team in NFL history to have an undefeated season?
Undefeated.
Undefeated. It was actually, I'll tell you the year, okay? Then you just tell me the team. It was in 1972.
Ugh.
But this is, again, if they went undefeated, that would be like a common piece of trivia for a football fan. Undefeated, 1972.
I was just being born.
But you know things that happened before you were born?
Okay, undefeated. Who did Refrigerator play for? LA?
Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah.
Refrigerator Perry played for the New England Patriots.
Did he?
Yeah.
He didn't play for a Los Angeles team?
I don't think so.
So undefeated, do I have to say? I'm not saying Patriots. I'm not going to say them. So I'm going to say undefeated. I'm going to say Vikings. They're a tough team.
Oh, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. It was Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins?
Yes.
When Marino was in there, huh?
Probably. 1972. And then all went to crap after Edith was born.
For Dolphins?
You know, one of the things that cracks me up as we start to like wrap this episode up, honestly, one of the things that cracks me up is when you say that you're a such and such fan and people start talking to you like, oh, you guys are cheaters, or you guys blah, blah, blah. You know, you ripped us off from, and it's like, I didn't have anything to do with it. They take it so personal. Like, I sat down with the coaches and with all the team members and sat in their locker rooms like, hey guys,
deflate those balls.
Here's what's going to happen. Like, they take it so personally, and then they get mad at me. Like, I had really like a say in it. I think that's just hysterical. I don't know how you feel about that.
It makes me laugh too.
Does it?
Yes.
So how do you deal with it? Because you got a temper.
Not when it comes to football. Like, I'm not gonna kill someone over football.
No, but if someone gets in your face and says like the Eagles suck, or this or that, you're gonna.
I wore my Eagles gear to a Giants stadium. They weren't even playing. The Giants they weren't even playing Eagles.
Okay.
I went with Tony because he's a Giants fan. So they were playing the Falcons. It were the Falcons and the Giants playing.
They said,
you're
lost.
Stadium.
You're lost.
And I sat down in our row. This one woman, she would not let it go that I had my Eagles shirt on. You've been so disrespectful and going on. I'm like, lady, you don't even want to mess with me. So you need to watch the game, concentrate. I'll wear my shirt whenever I like. I got a lot of high fives from a lot of people too, but this woman, she wasn't having any of it.
That's so dumb.
I know.
You can wear whatever you want to wear.
You can wear whatever you want to wear.
So disrespectful.
You're so disrespectful to my team. What are you wearing that for? Oh, like, lady,
Nice.
have another drink.
But and then it reminds me too, because we almost have Yakov Smirnoff coming up soon. Little shout out to him and the club. But he does this one joke. He says how the NFL hired, like a women referee. Yeah, a woman referee. And you're like, oh, that's great, because women, they remember everything you did wrong. They remember from 1981 and you forgot to open the door for her. And then you called her by the wrong name, or you treated her mom like crap. Yeah. And so he's like, so they hired this female referee, and she remembered all the bad plays that were called from 1969, and then all the flags that were thrown that were not. Yeah, it was funny. The way he says it is really funny.
Yeah,
Check out that clip.
A lot funnier than the way you just said it.
It is. But I wanted to at least give that shout out because it's just funny, these little nuances of football and the NFL and all that. So,
who's the halftime show this year? Is it who is it? Some guy.
It's Kendrick Lamar.
Lamar.
Well, I think that he's doing the national anthem opening up.
Okay. Who's got the halftime show?
I thought I knew, but I want to make sure. The halftime show. It's not going to be
Taylor because the boyfriend's playing.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. It is Kendrick Lamar.
The boyfriend's going to lose miserably.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar is the one doing the halftime show, but the national anthem is John Baptiste. Okay, I like his music. He's very upbeat and very like happy music. So, and he's got a good vocal range. So I will be very, I guess looking forward to watching him do the national anthem.
Great.
John Baptiste.
Because I'll be looking forward to the game.
And the commercials.
Oh yeah, there's always funny commercials during the Super Bowl, huh?
You're going to invite me over. Then you can just pay me in person.
I don't think so.
I know that by then, when this airs, it'll already be done and over with, but I want the viewers to chime in and maybe give their thoughts on the teams that were in the Super Bowl for the Super Bowl 59.
How they played and if they played terribly.
Yes. Tell us your favorite commercial. Do all that stuff because Edith, she has a lot of time on her hands and she loves reading all the comments.
I do. I've just learned to read and it's my new thing.
Edith, can you tell our viewers where they can find us?
I think so. We can be found on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much any other major listening platforms or wherever you get your podcasts from. That also works.
Awesome.
So, anywhere else? Did I miss anywhere?
You said it. You covered all. You said any leading,
good.
any major leading listening platforms.
Yay.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope
Go
you had
Eagles! Fun. Sorry, what were you saying?
Bye.
Bye.
Horrible.
If you had fun listening today, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel.